I'm Jamie, and welcome back to Step by Step Wellness. If you're just joining me, I'm doing a channel on health and wellness, but it's step by step, meaning each month I'm going to be focusing on something. This month it's hydration and sleep. So we're coming up into Nutrition Month, which I think is going to be exciting. I'll be talking more about that next week, a little bit about that before we get into that month. So one thing I wanted to talk about today, it was a saying that I heard, and if you said this, it's not picking on anybody. I just wanted to go over it. It's basically on expectations, and so I'm going to tell you what it is, and I hope nobody is offended by this. I just wanted to talk about it. Okay, so the saying is no expectations, no obligations, and no disappointment. I guess that's, I've never heard of the saying before. So I wanted to go over the no expectations. So every time you do something, I feel you should have some expectations. I can understand having no expectations would lead to no disappointment because you're not expecting any changes or anything like that. However, in what we're doing, the expectation for this month is to feel better and have more energy. And that expectation is a reasonable expectation. Based on what we're doing is 2 liters of water a day. Hopefully you're getting to that point. And improving your sleep as much as possible. Now, unrealistic expectation would be to have, like for me, all my sleep problems solved in 1 month, right? But my realistic expectation is that I'm going to feel better by the end of the month. If you've seen my day 1 video where I'm dragging my butt around, you'll know that there's been a big improvement. So that's a reasonable expectation. So let's have some expectations for everything that we do, because expectations lead to motivation. If you know that something's going to happen positively, then it kind of helps you to continue to do that because you know it's coming. And so in this month, keep drinking your water, try to get the best sleep. And within a few days, actually, I started to feel better. And I feel so much better now. I can't show you how I'm feeling, obviously, this month. But every month we're going to have some expectations. Like next month, expect to lose some weight. That would be my expectation. Am I going to lose a ton of weight next month? No, I've got a lot of weight to lose, but there's going to be some changes. My expectation is that I'm going to notice some changes. And if you're doing what I'm doing, you can expect the same. Unrealistic expectation would be that you expect other people to notice because it's only 1 month. But as we continue, people will notice, but keep our expectations realistic and we won't have disappointment. But I want you to have some expectations. It helps with the motivation. So as far as obligation, we're no obligation. I'm not obligating anybody but me. I'm obligating myself. And in order for me to keep that obligation to myself, I need to do things to keep myself accountable. So I chose to do this version of keeping myself accountable by doing videos. And I have a reel actually that I've never released. It's actually at the beginning, like before I started this month. And in it, I'm saying basically to me that this is what I'm doing, but I'm not going to release these videos, whatever I do, because I wanted a record of what I'm doing, but I didn't have the confidence to send it out there into the public. But I decided I'm going to do it anyway, whether anybody's watching this or not. I'm putting it out in the public, and that's my form of accountability, because I can't talk the talk if I don't walk the walk. So if I'm doing this, you're going to see over time that I am actually doing this, and that keeps me accountable. So as far as obligations, if you're doing this, make yourself the obligation, right? Make that to yourself. No disappointment. Well, if we keep our expectations reasonable, we shouldn't have disappointment, right? this is why we're doing this slowly, right? So these little changes will make big changes later on. So keep your expectations realistic, and you won't be disappointed. Just keep investing in yourself, keep your obligation to yourself, and keep for this month. And we're going to continue in the next month as well as drinking the water, but the focus this month is drinking the 2 liters and getting the best sleep that you can. And next week it's going to be a lot about what I'm going to be doing in the next month, which will I think I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting, and I'm going to tell you why shortly. So next week I will be I'm going to do probably more videos than I have like in a week, because I want to have myself prepared, and you, if you're following me, as to what's going to happen next month. And next month, I'm going to start, well, let me explain a little bit. I want you to start thinking about what kind of diet you're going to be on next month. There's so many different ones like keto, paleo, and there's Mediterranean and that kind of thing. There's no sugar added, and that's what I'm going to do, but I'll talk more about that next week. But if it's something you have never done before, like a ketogenic diet, and you wanted to try it, next month is the month to try it. You may not decide it's for you, but if you choose something, I want you to try and commit yourself to it for that 1 month. Now, as far as, I'm looking at the calendar, by the way, I keep deciding what day I'm going to be doing stuff on. So if you're doing something like a diet, try to consider, is this something I can continue on beyond the month? But if you've always wanted to try something, just go for it anyway. Try it. We'll talk about diet exiting, because you have to have a plan if you're going to stop, this diet. And why I'm saying that is because for this month of nutrition coming up, I'm going to be strict with the rules or the guidelines of what I'm going to be doing. And I might continue the strictness of it for a couple of months. It's down to me. Or if you were on, say, keto, and you're being very strict and you're following that, and you think, oh, that's not for me, you might want to exit that and, eat differently. So we'll talk about exiting a diet, etc., so that you're not left going, okay, I did that for 1 month and then I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. So anyway, we'll talk about that. I'm going to be going over different things that you need to know when you're buying your groceries and things like that. So I'll be talking about that next week in different videos. So there might be a few of them. So if you are subscribed, you'll know, when those come out. And next month is going to be exciting. And so I hope you, look forward to it as much as I do, because I look forward to the changes, and I know that there's going to be some. I have that expectation. Anyway, I want you to just continue drinking your water. Think about how do you want to eat? What kind of diet do you want to try? Or pick something that you feel that you could move forward with. And we'll talk more about that. So anyway, try to get the best sleep you can. And my sleep has not been bad. I had a really good sleep last night. I did have a bit of a problem earlier in the week, though, I will say. Had watched this video, and I'm just going to throw this out there. My mind was racing, and I laid down, and I could not sleep. I could actually see my mind racing. It sounds weird. And somebody had come up with this idea that just pick a word, and I picked lamp, and you start with the first letter, and you name everything you can think of, from people's names to places in the world that starts with L, for example. And then when you can't think of anything else, you move on to A, and as an example. It took me a few words. I moved on to mask, I think, after that. But I actually could see my mind slowing down a bit. It's hard to explain, but I think it really helped. My mind stopped racing. So you might want to try that. Just pick a word and just break it down while you're laying there with your eyes shut. And I wasn't saying it out loud. I was just thinking to myself, all the different places that started with L or names, etc. and it really helped a lot. So you might want to try that if you're finding that your mind's racing sometimes when you're laying down. It doesn't happen all the time to me, but I really notice it when it's racing and just too much stuff going on, and that's a normal thing. It's going to happen once in a while, but this is one way of kind of slowing things down. And last night, like I said, I had a good sleep. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I look forward to doing, I probably will do one more video at the end of this week just to check in, and then next week I'll start talking about Nutrition Month. Okay, so talk soon. Keep drinking your water. Get the best sleep you can. Take care.